Picture a human standing in a cold forest, no fire, no cooked meal anywhere. Every meal back then was a gamble, and a bad bite could mean death. Nature offered raw plants, tough roots, and meat humans could barely chew or digest. Chewing raw food took hours, draining energy our ancestors desperately needed to survive. Without storage, food rotted fast, so hunger always hovered just one missed meal away. Raw meat hid invisible dangers, parasites and bacteria that could sicken or kill us. Some plants looked safe but carried toxins, punishing any human who guessed wrong. To find safe food, our ancestors had to read nature like detectives reading clues. Their bodies worked overtime, fighting illness and squeezing energy from stubborn, indigestible food. Hunting offered rich rewards, but failure meant going days with little to eat. Children and the weak suffered most when raw, scarce food simply wasn't enough. So how did fragile humans survive a menu this dangerous, day after relentless day? The answer would change everything, but first, survival itself hung by a thread. Remember this raw, risky world, because fire is about to transform absolutely everything. Picture the forest pantry, ripe fruits dangling overhead, each a small package of precious sugar. Nuts and seeds packed dense fat and protein, but locked inside maddeningly hard protective shells. Underground, roots and tubers stored starch, but raw, they were fibrous, bitter, and barely digestible. Then came insects, abundant, protein-rich crawlers that early humans gathered by the handful. Insects offered rich nutrition cheaply, but gathering enough to fuel a hungry brain was relentless. Raw meat, when they could get it, was the richest prize and the deadliest gamble. Raw flesh could carry threats, parasites and bacteria waiting to sicken any reckless eater. Chewing raw muscle was exhausting work. Jaws ached, hours vanished, energy returns stayed stubbornly low. But scavengers found one overlooked treasure others left behind: marrow sealed inside thick bones. Marrow is rich in fat and calories, one of the densest energy sources on the raw menu. To reach it, they used a tool, a hammerstone, swung hard to crack the bone. That stone marks a leap. Humans were already engineering access to calories nothing else could reach. Together, this menu, fruit, nuts, roots, insects, meat, marrow, formed a wildly varied survival diet. Yet every single item demanded enormous effort or carried real danger. Survival hung on each bite. Raw, the human body had to work hard to extract enough energy to power its hungry, growing brain. So the raw menu kept humans alive. Barely. Something had to unlock more. That something? Fire. Imagine biting into a wild root, unaware its sap carried a silent, harmful toxin. Plants can't run, so they defend with toxins packed inside leaves, seeds, and tubers. Without cooking, some of those toxins stayed intact, turning an ordinary meal into a risky gamble. Meat carried its own threat, bacteria multiplying after an animal stopped living. Eat spoiled meat raw, and those microbes could flood the gut, triggering violent infection. Every raw meal could be a coin flip between nourishment and crippling, dangerous illness. But another major cost wasn't poison or germs, it was sheer digestive effort. Raw fibers and tough muscle forced the gut to grind for hours and hours. A large gut burns calories just to function, like an engine idling endlessly. That energy could otherwise reach the brain, the body's hungriest organ. So early humans faced three relentless challenges at once: toxins, infection, and exhaustion. Each threat alone was survivable. Together they pinned humans at the edge of survival. No single trick could solve all three problems: toxins, microbes, and digestion together. Humanity needed one tool that neutralized many poisons, killed microbes, and unlocked hidden energy. That answer flickered at the edge of the campfire, and it changed everything. Watch this raw root. Tough, fibrous, locked tight against the teeth that try to chew it. Now fire enters the scene, a small orange flame licking the underside of that same root. Heat breaks stiff fibers apart, softening the root until it yields easily to a gentle press. Softer food means less chewing, so jaws and guts could shrink, saving precious energy. Heat also kills many hidden microbes, turning a dangerous raw meal into a safer cooked one. Many natural poisons also break down under heat, neutralized before they ever reach the body. And the biggest gift, cooking unlocks energy raw food tends to keep locked away. Cooked starch absorbs water and swells, becoming far easier for the gut to digest. More usable energy meant our ancestors could finally afford a hungry, expensive organ: the brain. The brain burns enormous energy, so cooking likely helped it grow so large. Around the fire, food was shared and prepared together, weaving cooperation into our species. So before fire, humans merely survived a raw, dangerous menu of constant risk. After fire, that survival transformed. Softer, safer, richer food reshaped our bodies and minds. Fire didn't just cook our dinner, it helped shape the very path that made us human. Softer, safer, richer, fire turned survival into us. Next time you cook, thank the flame.